What's going on, guys? OneEyedBandit back again with yet another video talking about more Dragon Ball FighterZ, and today we are here to talk about more Ultra Instinct Goku, with this character being finally officially released for everybody on the 22nd. It's time that we talk about some of his block strings and pressure, because combos are dead now. Basically, everybody has pretty much figured out all the optimal stuff with this character, because he's actually fairly basic when it comes to combos. He honestly has one of the easiest TODs within the game, just pretty much based off of a regular 2M starter, heavy starter, stuff like that. His TODs are really easy, and you know, when a character first comes out, that's basically what everybody is focused on. And so now that people have, you know, started to see what kind of combos and stuff he can do, let's actually talk about how we're going to play this character within the neutral, as well as block strings and some pressure that he can do. Now, this character is very dependent on his neutral, because he's so good at it. So this character is like, you're not 2H'ing this guy, or at least you shouldn't, because he has things like his 6H, he has his 6S, which stops Super Dash, by the way, and he has his basic special as well, which also just stops Super Dash right in its tracks. And these are things you want to consider when you're actually within neutral, and you want to react with these. This one, not so much. You can kind of just throw this out. I would suggest doing like a little hop step before you throw it out, because although it does have lots of like, has a large box to it, at the same time it almost feels like it doesn't. So this little hop step, as you can see, like, sometimes it'll miss them just barely, and obviously with shorter characters it's gonna be harder. Hitting people in the air is a little bit tougher too, but on the ground, obviously they can just jump over it, but there's always this like little sweet spot that you can just hit people just right out the sky when you do your little hop step with it. So just be wary of that and use that to your advantage. This move right here, you want to react to Super Dash with it. It almost works as a DP as well. It stops Ki Blast, and it's kind of an anti-air. Like, if people are doing a gapless strings, a lot of times, if people are doing strings with a gap within it, a lot of times, if you, like, let's say you accidentally throw this out for whatever reason, the startup will actually hit them out of it, and I mean, you still might get hit as well, but everything resets back to neutral. I've started to notice that a lot. Like, well, I'll just accidentally hit this right here while I'm in a block string, and it'll hit them. So be wary of that as well. But yeah, this character is very good. Like, he's really solid, and he is going to be on a lot of people's teams for a bit of time, I believe. So just know your stuff when it comes to this character. But if we're talking about block pressure and, you know, using assist to your advantage with this character, he definitely is going to need those assists, because with this character, he has obviously the flips here. You know, he does a bunch of flips, and you know, he can just run all over you. Of course, this dodges projectiles, projectile level 3, stuff like that, and is really good. But if you guys didn't know, this move can actually be 2H'd. So if your opponent knows it's coming, just be careful, because they are going to 2H the hell out of you. Right? If they know it's coming. As I say that, he's like whipping his 2H, but yeah. But actually, is that so? The medium version, it looks like it could just be with UI Goku's 2H, because UI Goku's 2H is a little bit weird. But oh my gosh, if you throw out the medium version, it's almost looking like their 2H is going to whip. But if you throw out the light version, you're okay. Let me, hold on, did I just find some new tech? Oh my god. Maybe if I wait a little bit? Okay, yeah, so if I wait a little bit, obviously the 2H is going to hit. But that's very interesting. If you decide you just want to throw this out real quick, you might be able to actually do it. But also, another thing to notice is that they can also jump out of your grab, because one of the things while playing this character, during your block strings and your pressure, you're going to want to throw out a grab, of course, right? And if they know, again, that it's coming, they have the option to either 2H you, or, you know, just jump out of your grab. So don't allow them to do that. Just keep your pressure going and you should be okay. Now taking this off, let's talk a little bit more about some block strings. So this character has some really meaty buttons. Like we were talking about when he first came out, how he has a 7-frame jab, and it's not a safe jab at all either. So you don't want to, a lot of times you don't want to just keep throwing this out because you're gonna get beat out, obviously. But because it's not safe, but it hits so meaty and so far away that a lot of people will be scared. So you can actually stagger with this 7-framer because it is most likely going to hit your opponent before they can even throw out a button because of how far away it hits. And this is literally just a standing jab. So if you want to decide, hey, alright, they're in the corner and you want to throw out a jab, and then it pushes you back so far that whoever decides they want to do a counter attack, right? So like, let's say Vegeta, he throws out his jab for whatever reason, he's going to whiff. And guess what? Because I can keep pushing buttons, because it pushes me far back enough, I'm gonna hit him again. Same thing goes for, well, probably not UI Goku, because he also has a 7-framer. Yeah, so his is, you can't really stagger against his because he can do the same exact thing. But most characters, mainly with a small jab, Bardock is also not one of those, he's not a pushover. We all know this because he's Bardock. But a lot of characters, if you know that they have a short range hit, like a short range jab, abuse this. And even with UI Goku, if you know they're gonna mash, or if you know they're a character that can back up a little bit or throw out a jab, once again, like this is all I'm doing. I'm just backing up just a little bit, and it pushes me just far enough, and once they mash, then I can continue my pressure once again. So he has a very interesting way to deal with staggers, even though he has a 7-frame jab, because it hits so hard. And it's also a very good air-to-air. He has a very good air-to-air jab here as well. Just stops Super Dash right in its tracks. And also a 7-frame low-hitting light. But the thing about his low-hitting light is, even though it's like Blue Goku's, his actually moves forward. So that makes things like this possible, where if you you're in a block, if you have somebody in a block string, you know, you can just go right from Super Dash, and boom, it pushes you forward. So now you have a Super Dash threat with your light, or you can Super Dash go over. So something like this. So you can go low with your Super Dash, or you can, this is mainly specifically in the corner, you can go low with your Super Dash, or you can go high. And once again, the pressure is there for you to just continue it on. So this character is going to thrive with very good assists, and I'm talking about block string assists. So like someone like a Bardock, who has a very high hit stun, or a very high frame advantage assist. As you can see on block, it is 46 frames. Or even like a Kid Buu, who I believe is 56, or even Gotenks, who also has a very good A assist that keeps your opponent locked down. This character is going to thrive over things like that because it gives you the pressure of your flip mix as well. You know, and obviously, once again, they can still jump that, but they have so many other things to look for when you have them in a block string. And you know, there's this move right here. You're going to want to be using this move a lot, because it also feels like a DP in that it, you know, stops them from doing anything, right? And let's say they want to 2H you. Let's say the 2H is just going to come. You just know it. You just throw that out. You just throw it out because you can, right? Because you can. This character has so many options to look out for that you are most likely going to have your opponent scared the minute you have them blocking, which is a very good thing. But anyways, guys, just hop into the lab and mix it up with this character, right? Because also the last thing I want to talk about is when you do have them in a block string, make sure you're letting both hits of this medium come out. This is his stand medium, and it's a 2-hitting medium, so it hits high or hits mid, and then it goes low. And a lot of people, because they're not used to UI Goku yet, you'll see a lot of them getting hit by the second part of the medium. And then it's just, again, free pressure. It's free damage if they get hit by that. So yeah, just look out for it, and you should be good. Let that hit, because it sets up for so much, because it's also not only is it's not the fastest, but it's safe. So you can also kind of stagger with that. Like, that's insane. So just hop into the lab, because this character can set up a lot of stuff by just block pressure. Just block pressure in general. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please remember that God and anime are always on your side. Please come join the Bandit Army. That's all I got for you.